three young black men at that. So, you never know.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Facts and Stats. As you all can see, we have a new face here. That is the third and final member. I'm going to allow him to introduce himself, and then we're going to go ahead and get started.
What to do, y'all? It's Marcus Johnson here. Happy to be a fun piece of the puzzle.
Yes, sir.
Happy to have you. Happy to have you. All right. So in the first episode, we talked about how the return to NBA. That was like the main topic and what's going on in the sports world right now, because of the long pause that we had because of the virus, the pandemic, coronavirus. This Friday there was a conference call with about 100 players, some NBA, some WNBA, team representatives, all of that. In that call, Kyrie Irving, who is the vice president of the National Basketball Players Association, led the front in he doesn't want the NBA to return because of it's just basketball and it's more important things going on right now. Some players were siding with Kyrie, like Dwight Howard, for instance.
Right.
How you feel about that, Errol?
Honestly, like I understand where.
Like,
honestly,
like, how do you feel about a superstar saying he don't want the NBA to come back? You know what I mean?
right, and he is the first. He is the first one to come out and say that. Actually, after Kyrie said it, Dwight Howard sided with him. Lou Williams also said he felt like it would be a distraction. So I understand where they're coming from, but ultimately, where I stand on it, I feel like the NBA can return, but they can still use their platform to push out that message worldwide, day in and day out, still regardless. Because the thing about change, when you want change, you're going to do whatever it takes for that change to come, regardless. So I, it may be a distraction to some, it may feel like, but regardless, ultimately, as long as they're still pushing that change, it's going to be the same thing, regardless.
Right. And as long as, let's say, they do go back to Orlando,
Right.
the players won't be distracted, so they can still come together and come like before the game, out of the game, doing practices or whatever. They can still push out media, just helping the cause type.
Right.
Along with I seen a couple players protesting and they putting out media. I seen Steven Jackson put out a video. Just they can still. I feel like it won't be as bad as they think.
Right.
What about you, Mark? How you feel about that?
Factually speaking, I ain't gonna hold you. Paul George put out a few messages. Russell Westbrook put out a few messages. They all spoke about what they want to do, but at the same time, they still want to play.
Right.
So I feel like you still shine that light on what's going on in the world and still play basketball and get the fans what they want. Because at the same time, you still got to do what you got to do.
Right. I mean,
Your job.
yeah, facts. It is. They are in the entertainment business, so it's like they're getting paid to entertain, not
Right.
taking away the fact that in the entertainment business they got a platform and they could say how they feel and speak on it. But
Right.
at the end of the day, if you don't do your job, you don't get paid.
And we sitting here in quarantine, bored. Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
And then
Right.
so we had some players that agreed with Kyrie and not returning, and then we had some players that disagreed with him and wanted to return, such as Austin Rivers, for example. Austin Rivers did not agree with Kyrie at all. He said he appreciate his passion towards what he said or whatever, but ultimately he was like, we need to bring it back. We need to put money in people's pockets so that way we can have a better effort towards the cause.
And I love that Austin said that because another thing I took away from what he said Kyrie done made way more money than what most NBA players done made. So the fact that them returning to play is only, like you said, put money back into their pockets. If they're putting money back into their pockets, then they can use that same money to different matters, such as the Black Lives Matter movement. Seeking justice for all these people that lost their life, Breonna Taylor, you know, um, George Floyd, the guy the other day in Atlanta. Marcus can tell you more information on that. So just it only can help. That's the way out of the game. It only can help, honestly.
All right.
So you're definitely saying that the NBA coming back will help and lighten the mood of everything that's going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
it will.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, Donovan Mitchell also said him and some other players from his draft class, the 2017 class, that when they come back, let's say they come back to Orlando, they need some insurances that when they play and they get hurt and they eligible for more money, the Austin, they get out that rookie contract or the extension. They
So, so yeah, basically, I understand what they're doing and or what they're trying to do and why they're seeking that because it makes total sense. Like I said before, they've been out of basketball for about 2 to 3 months now, and then they're going to try to get back to practicing and playing a lot of games over a short period of time. All that can do is raise the risk of injury, and you never know what type of injury you can get. So they're seeking basically like life insurance, throughout over time. So it all makes sense, and I hope that it does pay out for them because they are young. They all of them are on the verge of getting max contracts. So, I hope it all works out for them, honestly.
They are the future of the league, so
Right.
keep them right.
Take care of yourself. That's all you can do in this world at the end of the day. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You got to take care of others.
They putting their life on the line to do their job. At this point, it just hazard pay. Like get them the money. That's my. You know what I'm saying? That was my thought.
Yeah, just give them the money.
Right.
Yeah.
Just give them the money. They about to risk their life to play a game. You know what I'm saying? Do their job, and you can't. And yeah.
I thought you sounded like just giving the money up front. I was like, hold on.
Nah. I mean, in the right way, but.
Right.
I just feel like I feel like this proposal was fair. It was good. It was it's nothing wrong with Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum, Bam Adebayo, Kyle Kuzma, all of them to get paid for what they trying to do. There's nothing wrong with some insurance.
In the words of my man who said, Coach Carter, let the boys play.
Yes. Facts. The injury risk is going to be really high in Orlando. Really high.
And CJ McCollum also agreed with Kyrie Irving saying that he doesn't want to resume the NBA season.
Right.
He was saying that. Oh, okay. So he didn't want to resume the NBA season, but he was saying that he was trying to stress the importance that they should because of the CBA, the agreement that the NBA has with the NBPA. It's going to be some financial crisis. Like a lot of players. They still in that rookie contract. They still not making that Kyrie money or that LeBron money or that KD money.
They bad like the rookies. We want to play.
And speaking of LeBron, I hope everybody just had the same mindset that LeBron had. LeBron said that he believes resuming the season is not going to change the stance at all on his push for social change. So everybody just has that mindset, and that's coming from LeBron James. One of the most famous athlete in America, arguably. So. If everyone has that same mindset that LeBron has, it wouldn't be any problems with the NBA to return. Any problems at all.
So we got LeBron saying he want to play. We got Kyle Kuzma, he wanted to play. And then so those two Lakers. Then we got Avery Bradley and Dwight Howard saying that they don't want to play. You got 4 players on the same team. Like it's division going on, like in that organization, in that locker room.
I'm pretty sure it's like that on a lot of teams, though. You can't only single out the Lakers. I'm pretty sure it's like that on a lot of teams because, for example, Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, when there was a report coming out saying that he may be against canceling the season, he tweeted out, "Stop it," so that lets us know what side he's on. And then Joe Ingles, a month back, said that he doesn't really want to return. He's so tempted to just fly his family to Australia. And just resume life over there. So I'm pretty sure it's not only the Lakers. I'm pretty sure it's multiple teams that feel that way. So we just gotta see how things unfold.
I agree with you. I definitely think this is just the beginning. The return of the NBA, players coming back from their hometown or their home country, and then you got to fly the family in, and then the workouts, training camps. This is just the beginning. I feel like we just getting started, and once the NBA kick off. It's going to be way more controversial. It's going to be way more problems. A lot of younger players aren't talking right now. They was like, they don't want their voice to be heard because they scared that they don't agree with the superstar.
They pretty much just want to play. They just want to get back to their season, finish strong, finish their rookie seasons, maybe get rookie of the year like Zion and Ja Morant. Right. They can still shine their light on what's going on. Like the Atlanta who just died in Atlanta yesterday night, the Wendy's. 3 people got hung. and trees. It's wild stuff going on. But at the same time, we can still finish the season off and still spread light. Every game they play, they can still do that after the season.
Right. Because change isn't going to happen overnight, regardless.
Yeah.
You know, so it's going to be a work in progress. It's not a month, not weeks. You know, not a year. It's probably going to come over time eventually, but change doesn't happen overnight. So why not want to finish out this season and then still face the same problems when the next season is about to start? So that's how I look at it.
Right. That's a good fact. Yeah, definitely try to handle we definitely making headway, but I feel like once players come together and they won't be distracted, they'll still be aware of what's going on, and they could come together once they're together. Like once they return to Orlando, and we could see like the unity, and they put out that message. And even if the NBA doesn't come back, well, let's say the NBA doesn't come back, we're still going to be distracted with the NFL.
Exactly. So,
So
I'll let things unfold. We'll see how it goes.
Right. Just got to handle it the right way and make sure
Right.
we do everything accordingly and how it should be done.
One day at a time, man. One day at a time.
One day at a time. But that is all, folks. Thank you all for tuning in to the second episode of Facts and Stats. Like I said, after the first episode, more videos will be on the way. Just keep being on the lookout.